Are you ready to transform your pool into a stunning oasis? At Mainland Pool Service, they're a family-owned business committed to keeping your pool looking pristine all year round. They believe that pool care should be proactive, not reactive, which is why their skilled team handles everything from routine cleaning to complex issues with precision. They prioritize clear communication and personalized solutions to exceed your expectations. Join the Mainland Pool Service family today and experience the difference their expertise and dedication can bring to your relaxation retreat. Contact them now at mainlandpoolservice.com.
I risk my life to tell y'all these truths.
Cat Williams is back. Brand new material, a new tour, and the same legendary laughter he's delivered for decades.
Nick Cannon got 136 children, Jesus. Did you know that?
Always classic, always Cat.
White people are friendly. You can call them at 3 o'clock in the morning with the wrong number and they won't even be mad at you. Hello? No, I'm sorry. No Shaquita here.
The Golden Age Tour. March 6th in FedEx Forum. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but nothing compares to catching them IRL. And that starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight in person. From seeing your favorite Grizzly stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Put that jersey collection to use and get tickets at Ticketmaster. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside, Memphis.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Now that's the new edition way.
I feel like there's another level we can take it to.
What you think, Mike?
2 steps ahead of you, Slick.
What's good, bro?
What you doing, man?
I'm in.
Woman, you don't even know what I'm getting ready to ask you.
Here's the vision. All 3 of us on the same stage every night.
Gonna be crazy.
No barriers, no separation.
It'll be like 9 kings and a queen.
The next level starts now.
Wells, a rhythm 3. Yes, sir! Exclamation point on this game.
Grizz fans, defend your home court from pests with Terminix. Before cockroaches, spiders, and mice show up, Terminix it with our pest-free 365-plus year-round protection plan. Visit Terminix.com today and enter code SAVE50 at checkout to save $50. Terms apply. Go Grizzlies!
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
The USA men's hockey team won a gold medal for the first time in 46 years. Jack Hughes loses 2 teeth, wins the gold medal. I think it's a good trade-off.
You feel bad for Canada. Like you said, they should have won. They should have won 9 times out of 10.
I don't feel bad for Canada.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Jeff Dunham, Artificial Intelligence, his all-new tour.
Just a ham. You're the other white meat.
How can you be so smart on one hand and so stupid on the other? Well, you're half of it.
I realize I could have avoided all this years ago with one simple word. I do not. Silence!
Don't miss a Memphis. Friday, April 10th, FedEx Forum. Tickets on sale Monday, September 29th at JeffDunham.com.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item, whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Live from downtown Memphis, this is the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Chris Vernon.
GrindCityMedia.com. It's Chris Vernon Show. Welcome. It's a Friday, February 27th, 2026 edition of the show. Today on the show, Grizzlies going to be in action tonight in Dallas. They had a player that they signed last night and once they said goodbye to. We will get to that. We'll get you ready for the weekend ahead. Gary Parrish is going to be here. It's a Friday. It's nice out. Smile. Let's do it. Turn it up. Hope everybody's having a good day. All right, got a bunch of stuff to get to on this show today, not the least of which is we'll get you ready for the weekend ahead, which is going to be a super nice weather weekend, which we have greatly needed considering what we've been through over the course of the last 6 weeks. Before I get to anything, I'll welcome John Roser to the show. John Roser, a.k.a. the Cologne Rangers, the Body Spray Bandit, Senior Sack, Johnny Backpole, Johnny Bearcat, the Grim Roser, John Asparagus, Johnny Neckcarb, John Lance. He's Dr. Thunder. He's John the Polluter. He's John Sweeney. He's John Hustle. I watched him on ESPN Plus last night.
Yeah, we got a big dub. First big dub in a while. When I turned it on, so I will tell you this. I turned on the ESPN app. I was looking for the Memphis Tigers game. This is at maybe 7:20. I'm like, oh, man, I forgot the Tigers are on. So I went to go find them. They didn't start until 8 anyway. Yeah. But anyway, on my opening screen, it said G League Memphis Hustle. I said, oh, Roser didn't even tell us. Yeah. Roser didn't even tell us. So I clicked on it, and then Eli Savoy said, there's a missed 3 by Mark Sears. And I'm like, Mark Sears from Alabama? Yeah. I had no idea that they're G League.
Every G League game is like that.
Yeah. That was cool.
You're like, oh, that's the Big Ten Player of the Year from 3 years ago.
Dude, Mark Sears was awesome last year for Alabama.
One of their two-ways who was not there is the shooter from North Carolina.
Who?
Cormac.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he averages almost 22 a game. He wasn't there last night.
Devin Walker's here. He's the microphone mangler, Senor Quasadilla, Mr. Math, Navajo, the reporter, the photographer. He's Walker 93.
In honor of my guy signing with the Grizzlies, you gotta hit him with the 6'7", Vernon.
Oh, my kids are they're gonna want Taj Gibson jerseys. They're gonna want Taj Gibson jerseys.
Yeah, 6'7",
6'7". Probably gonna start at center tonight against the Dallas Mavericks.
Damn right he is.
I did not realize he has not been playing all year.
No, man.
We signed him to a multi-year deal.
It's February 26th.
He's just been chilling.
Yeah.
He just been chilling.
The Grizzlies said, hey, Taj, what you got going on Friday night? You want to hoop?
How do you even know how to find Taj Gibson in February 2026?
It's easy. He's a Mark Bartelstein guy. It's easy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And also
that's one of those where you don't have to find him. It might just be like, hey, you got a roster spot? I need a favor.
Yeah.
Bartelstein's calling every team. He's like, Taj is ready.
Right.
He ends every phone call. Taj is ready if you need him.
Gary Parrish is here. Of course, at the Gary Parrish Show, which you can listen every morning at 10 o'clock. All right, let me just say this. Hey, look, all goofing aside, I believe, like this Taj Gibson thing, as we joke around, like he hadn't been playing all year, like how do you even know to call Taj Gibson, who's 40 years old and whatever? I think this is intensely intentional. Now, I will tell you off the bat, I have not talked to anybody about this yet. It seems to me, when I saw it, it seemed very intentional, and it was a response to doing right by Kyle Anderson. Kyle Anderson's at the end of it. He wants to go and be like, they've got a roster spot. He can end up in Minnesota the same way that they did right by Mike Conley and let him go back to Minnesota. It's like, all right, this is kind of the end of the line. Like, you know the role you're going to be in. It's not like you're going to be in the rotation every single night, but they want you in that locker room. They want you on that team. And I do think, because you saw this happen once they made that Jaren trade where they brought in Kyle Anderson. And they also, like, George Niang was in that trade, and they just never saw George Niang. I think they wanted Kyle here, and they wanted Kyle around the young guys, and they want these guys seeing what a veteran NBA player and professional, how you carry yourself, how you navigate yourself within the NBA, whatever. And I think that when they lost Kyle, that they wanted to go find an elder statesman, OG type of guy to bring in. And he's a great one to bring in.
Yeah.
This is not about basketball. This is about, like, you made a horrible error early in the last iteration of the Young Grizzlies. I will forever believe it could have been much, much different, right? If you would have had some adults in the room, right? Maybe Ja's not even in that place at Denver, right? Like, there was nobody to listen to. There was no, like, vets on the team that had, like, gravitas or anything like that. And even at the end of that year, Zach Kleiman stood up in front of everybody and said, you know, we made a mistake tripling down on youth. These are the lessons learned, right? Because when Taj Gibson is around, it's about being accountable to people that are in that locker room. And the reason that you see, like, when I saw a multi-year deal, I'm like, they want that guy around. They want these guys looking at Taj Gibson and going, this is how you're 40 in the NBA. This is how you practice. This is how you play. This is how you navigate life in the NBA. This is how you get NDAs signed. This is how you, like, serious. Yeah. This is the real stuff. This is how you navigate life with a family. And every year, right, I promise you, you're going to look up in 20 years. Ja will still talk about Jay Crowder to this day, To this day. And you're going to look up in 10 years and Derek Queen's going to be telling stories about DeAndre Jordan. And you're going to, and you can turn in TNT every night. And Charles Barkley still says Moses Malone changed his entire trajectory of his career.
SGA talks about Chris Paul all the
SGA
time.
talks about Chris Paul. That's what the Taj Gibson thing is
It's a real thing in the NBA. I remember during the Trust the Process thing in Philadelphia, and I was in studio one night, and it was Brendan Haywood, who at that point retired. He's working with us. It was the night that it went viral. Jahlil Okafor was fighting in the streets. Do you remember this?
Yep.
It's like a fist fight. Jahlil Okafor, Sixers lottery pick. And Brendan said the thing that they didn't recognize in Philadelphia is this whole trust the process, load up on lottery picks and just draft all the best teenagers in the world. The thing you didn't realize is that you cannot have all these 19-year-olds running around with millions of dollars with nobody guiding them.
You can't.
Because they're just, they don't, and his thing was, GP, I'm saying this about me, we're 19, surrounded by other 19-year-olds, nothing but, and we got all this money and all these nights out in these cities. It's a disaster. You have got to have adults in the room to teach the young guys what to do, what not to do, when to go home, when to stay out.
What are winning habits?
All of it.
How to dress, how to do this. I mean, it's everything. It's everything, because they're learning how to be adults, and they need mentors.
And it's just, I think about this sometimes in my own life. This is a nothing story. Nobody ever remembers it other than me. The people who were actually involved have no recollection of this. I never forget it because it just shows. It was just a reminder of like, I just didn't know. I'm just not. I just didn't. And so I was invited. This is after I'm the CBS Sports. I'm all this stuff, and I get invited to a college coach is having a camp, and he wants to invite some media people to come, participate in the camp. He was an SEC coach, and it was like, come to my house, just come in, and then just come to the house, and we'll have drinks and hang out, and just stay in the guest room. It's like, all right. And so it was me and Jay Billis and this SEC coach. I'll leave the coach out of it. And me and Jay Billis show up at the guy's house, and the wife's there and the kids are there. And it's like, and Jay, I got there first. And I walk in, I'm like, hey, it's good to see you, and good to see you. And then Jay walked in, and he had a bottle of wine. And he was like, hey, good to see you. This is for you guys. And I was like, shit.
Yep.
And I was like, I just didn't know.
Yeah.
And now I know.
And now you know.
And that was just because I just didn't know. How would I know?
Right.
I grew up in North Mississippi.
That's what Taj Gibson is.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. There are there are young people who come to the NBA and they don't know how to act. It doesn't mean they're bad people. They just don't know when you're supposed to show up with a bottle of wine at somebody's house.
Right. And
that's
lost
what I mean.
those. And that's why the Jeff Greens and the DeAndre Jordans and the Garrett Temples, and you can look around the league and you see, and you'll never understand the value of them. You're like, why are you using a roster spot on that guy? Because that guy is actually more important.
Yes. Like last year,
he is more important than most guys on that roster because he's the one that's going to put the arm around the guy, and they will listen to him in a way they won't listen to a GM. They won't listen to a front office guy. They're not going to listen to a coach. They're not going to listen to an assistant coach.
But that is the key. You got to make sure they will listen to Taj Gibson because it's the same. Everybody knows this. It's why Udonis Haslam stayed employed for so long. And now you see him on Peacock, NBC, and you see exactly why they kept him in that locker room.
Or Johnson for the Pacers last year.
It comes through the television. Like I watch Udonis Haslam on TV, and I go, shit, I'd sign him right now just to hang out.
Yes.
And so you gotta make sure Taj Gibson is that guy and that they will respond to him.
Well, they know he is.
Yes.
And that's why Tibbs wanted him around everywhere he went.
He would go sign him.
He was Tibbs' guy.
He was all-time
everywhere he went and found Taj Gibson. That tells you everything you need to know because that's as hardcore a dude as you're going to find.
But the key is the young people have to respond to that and respect it because you brought up the Denver thing.
Well, he will beat your ass.
Okay, well that's
if you don't respect him.
I mean,
he's not one to talk back to.
But you bring up the Denver thing and just I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but there was a story where right before that, Steven Adams tried to be that guy.
Yep.
Yeah, he tried.
And they were like,
shut your
right.
Get your
so like you gotta, it's not enough just to say the words. They gotta reach the people.
Yep.
Because by most accounts, Steven Adams was trying to be that guy.
Yep.
Like, hey, maybe we should go to bed.
Yep.
Sometimes.
Man,
and they were like, we're going to, how about you go to bed?
Right.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow.
You see the Jalen Wells video that when his welcome to the NBA moment when he had to guard Taj Gibson? You see this video?
No,
Remember somebody asked him in the locker room about you saw that? Someone asked him about his welcome he said it was guarding Taj Gibson.
Because he looked up and he was like, how am I in the court with Taj Gibson?
And now you're in the locker room with Taj Gibson.
Yeah. I mean, Taj Gibson is like an ultimate respect guy, though.
Yes. Yeah.
That's what it is.
OG,
you know what I mean? I actually got excited when I saw it. I was like, this is good.
He's 40.
This is exactly. But I don't care. That's the kind of guys I want around.
Yeah.
If they would have hired him to be an assistant coach, I'd have thought that was awesome.
Put him in the quarters and rock out.
Because that's basically what he is.
Yeah.
You're basically an assistant coach, right? Yeah. And you learn, like, how do you get to have a super long career without being an all-star in the NBA? Look at him. That's how.
Yeah.
Like, because we were just talking yesterday. I was even talking this morning with Jacoby because I had mentioned the Vince Williams thing when we were recording. And I was like, man, it just makes me so sad because, like, there's a real chance he never plays in the NBA again, right? He's got a 10-month to 12-month recovery. He doesn't have a contract going forward. He's 25 years old. They're going to filter 60 new players into the league.
Right.
Once you're not, like, most of careers are like 2-3 years.
Right.
That's what we always think about the Chris Pauls and even the Taj Gibsons, but what Taj Gibson is pulling off by still being people wanting you in a locker room at 40 years old is unbelievable.
And all that means,
unbelievable.
you know what that means? It means you got to the NBA because you were an awesome basketball player.
Yep.
You stayed in the NBA because you're on time.
Yep.
Because you're easy to be around.
Good dude.
Because you're a good dude.
You help your teammates.
People like you.
Yep.
You calm things down. You don't make them worse.
Yep.
that's why
You tell them, don't worry about the coach. You're the good cop.
Yes.
All the time. When this guy's pissed off about his playing time on the bus, it's like, hey, man, when I was in so-and-so,
you got a
right?
story. You have a story for everything.
Like, people like Dwight Howard wonder why they can't get back in the league because the good guys like Taj Gibson are like, okay, they rather call Taj Gibson than call a Dwight Howard. You know what I'm saying? Because like Dwight Howard was tweeting yesterday, oh, I want my Pharrell tour. Like, no, bro.
Nobody wants you in their locker room.
Yeah, we don't want you around.
You ain't.
We don't want to learn from you.
Exactly. Right, yeah, we want to, to the extent we're learning from you, we're learning like what not to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we don't want you around we want a Taj Gibson around our guys,
right.
not a Dwight Howard or like those guys. So
yeah.
I'm rocking, bro.
Last night, the big thing outside of Roser's a huge hustle win that he was at. I did end up flipping on the Tigers game. Oh my God. I mean, by the way,
not turning the corner,
dude.
They almost did.
This corner's not.
They hit a pothole.
It was. I think they got out rebounded by like 17.
They hit a pothole and they don't have AAA.
Bro, they made that 7-2 guy Berg for
the
Wichita State.
The Purdue transfer guy. Yeah.
Bro, he was there with Edie.
Yeah.
Were they ever on the court at the same time?
No, he didn't play.
Matt's always got multiple bigs, but he will not play them at the same time.
Dude, this guy is huge.
The year before Zach Edey won back-to-back National Player of the Year awards, Zach Edey played 20 minutes a game. It was amazing. They had Trevion Williams, and it was two traditional bigs. Neither one could stretch it. And Matt was just like, I'm smart enough to know you can't play them together in this. So Zach Edey would play 20 minutes, and Trevion Williams would play 20 minutes, and they were never on the court together. And then you get him out of the way, and then Edey takes off. But yeah, he's always had.
This Berg guy was there at the same time.
Yeah,
but
7'2",
did he ever play at Purdue?
He played 22-23. He played in 14 games.
Oh, okay.
They got another 7'4" guy at Purdue right now, like Daniel Jacobson. Like they've always got like a 7-foot+ dude on the roster.
Bro, he was just snatching rebounds over Tigers.
Dude, this guy last night. When they said he's a Purdue transfer, I'm like, hold on. Yeah, you would have never gotten the ball if he was on the court with Zach Edey. No one would have ever touched the basketball. You would get one shot.
We ran into that the other night in 9-year-old basketball. There was one kid who was like 6 foot.
Every time.
Whoa.
I mean.
And every time.
Bro, the whole offense was, for the other team was, somebody just throw it at the rim.
That's it.
And then he just stand there like this, and he'd get it. And our kids can't even jump.
Oh, yeah.
They can't reach his hands. He got every ball. Did he just put it back in? I'm not joking. We were down like 22-2 at halftime. Oh, yeah. And then the little kid had to go to like, I don't know, cello practice or something.
And he left?
Yeah, he had to leave at halftime.
He left the game.
We couldn't come back, but we smoked them in the second half. But we won the second half.
Yep.
But we couldn't dig out of our hole.
Red flag on this kid. Why are you leaving basketball to go play cello somewhere?
Bigger red flag. He drove to cello practice.
He shaved and then drove to cello practice. So like we ran it.
We used to play kids like that. We'd be like, what? We saw him pull up. He's got a car seat.
Every possession ended like this. Catch, put it back up.
It's so unfair when they're little like that.
His tall ass parents over there so proud.
I know. It's so unfair.
Yeah.
You got to play up.
Mom's
you got to play up. This is not fair.
Mom's over there 6'1", talking about, oh, look at little Billy. Like, get him out of here.
Get him out of here. This isn't fair.
This is not fair.
That was the Tigers last night. It was that Will Bird dude literally doing that to Curtis Givens.
We've seen it when Haley plays up in soccer. 2 years ago, she played, and this girl was just, wearing us out. And we get in the car after, and Haley goes, she's got boobs.
What are you supposed to do?
You're 11 years old.
She's got a rack. How am I supposed to deal with this girl? She's got a little rack.
That's what she said to me. She said, she's got boobs. And I was like, all right, she's a little ahead of you in the process.
Yeah.
I understand. It's okay.
It's okay. It's all right. You'll get there.
So anyways, the Tigers did take another loss. We're not going to lament every time. And I know I heard you talking about it this morning where it's like, I think we're all on the same page where it's like, all right, this season sucks.
Right.
Next year can't suck, right?
Right.
I will tell you, I was talking to somebody last night, and this will make everybody feel good, I think. You remember Drew Hill wrote that article a couple of weeks ago about Memphis needs a GM?
Right.
I was told last night with somebody I talked to, they will 100% have a GM next year. Like, that's a real thing.
Oh.
And Penny's 100% on board. Like, Ed Scott's going to pay him, and they will have a GM.
Right.
Like, they look around the country, and they're like, Matt Painter's got a GM and an offensive and defensive coordinator, and, like, he just manages the game. And it's like, that's what the way it works now. They're behind the curve on that.
Yeah.
But that they will, like, they are already talking to people, and for next season, there will be a Memphis Tigers basketball GM, which was, that made me happy.
I think sometimes college basketball coaches have been pretty controlling throughout history. Like, this is my program. I run everything.
Yep.
And the job has just gotten too complex. Like, you can't do it anymore. Like, I can relate it to my own job. Like, when I first got hired at CBS Sports, like, the entire job description was write during the season 3 columns a week, and outside of the season 1 column a week. That's the job. And then podcast came.
Yeah.
And then CBS Sports HQ came. And then they were like, hey, could you rank basketball teams every Sunday night? Hey.
And now you don't write.
Hey, all right?
No,
then people were like, then they were like, oh, people like that Sunday night top 25 and 1. Could you do it every day? Let's do it every day. And it got to a point where it was like, I can't do all this stuff.
Right.
There's only so many hours in the day. Plus, I'm doing another whole job.
Yep.
And I actually had a meeting with my bosses at one point several years ago, and I said, what do you guys want me to be? Because I can't be all these things. Right. There's nobody else in the world in sports media who is hosting multiple podcasts, sideline reporting, studio hosting, writing columns, ranking teams. I can't do all this.
Figure out the most important.
What do you want me to be?
Yeah.
And we had to like slice narrow it down so I can focus. And I'm still probably overwhelmed, but we had to address it because it's no longer possible for me to do everything that I think I need to do on a daily basis. And college basketball coaching is the exact same way. The job has changed, and if you don't have a general manager right now, you're way behind.
That happened. It happened to me a couple of years ago. You remember when I the Spotify called and they were like, "Hey, we'll pay you to do another show. You do the NFL show twice a week with Warren Sharp," and so I did it. Bro, I called them at the end of the season. I said, there is no way I could. I said, that's it. I can't. I'm sorry.
Right.
Like, I will continue to do the basketball one, but I can't do both. Like, it's killing me.
I had those moments.
See,
you were smart enough to say,
I couldn't
take it off the table.
No.
I'm more like, I'm still trying to push through everything.
Yeah.
But there are moments where I'm like, what am I doing? Yeah. Like, it's just, this is too much.
No, we're getting to the age that too.
Where you can't.
Well, and I'm also starting to get the Instagram algorithm where it's like, you know what? Nobody, like all these like things that make me think about life in a way that like I'm like, oh man, it'll be like
that damn Livin' app or whatever, that LIVEN app.
Oh yeah,
that thing.
But it'll also be like, you know what? No one says on their deathbed.
Yeah.
I wish I would have worked more.
That's right.
And I'm like,
dang
it.
Bro,
or it'll be like, there's never a hearse never has a trailer behind it with all your stuff, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to buy anything. It's just a whole.
You okay, bro?
I'm like, it's all weighing.
Yeah.
Like, stop.
We need to reset your algorithm.
I know. What happened to the asses?
Yeah, exactly. You need to get back on my time.
At some point, you just got to come to grips with the idea that you're probably going to regret your life.
Midlife crisis.
You're probably going to.
That's what a midlife crisis is. I haven't.
You got to come to grips with you're probably like everybody else going to lay on your deathbed and be like, I messed this up. I did not do this right.
I got a lot of regrets.
I mean, I don't know anybody who ain't never had a lot of regrets.
Yep.
They all have a lot of regrets. I assume I'll be the same.
Hey, so I am heartened by that. And this
I got one issue with that though.
I will say that though, this person that I talked to, right? When I was talking to him, I was like, they were like, dude, he's 100% getting a GM next year. Like, so forget about that. Like, they're already talking to people. Ed's going to pay for it, blah, blah, blah. I was like, all right. And I was like, because I was like, it's getting hot in the kitchen, right? Like, everybody's talking about it all the time. This is what this guy said to me. Now, this guy does love Penny Hardaway, but he did say, he goes, bro, he was 29-6 and won the conference last year. Like, it's not like that did just happen last year,
sure.
right? Like, that did just happen.
Yeah.
He's 29-6. They won the conference and got a 5 seed. Like, this year sucks. But, like, now they got to figure out going forward. Like, you can't give up on him. Like, but he does need a GM, and he does need this, and he does need that, and
so that's sort of.
And he got a bad group. He knows he screwed
hates
up.
that team so
He
much,
looked at that roster and hates it.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
and
I want to.
It is undeniable he screwed up. It's his job not to screw up, and he did. That's true. But I kind of understand how he got caught. Like if I'm trying to understand it, it's not hard to understand. He thought he was going to be able to get a Dane Danger waiver, and like there's an argument that he should have, and it just didn't happen. PJ Haggerty, like you think when you've got the millions, you're just going to get him back, and that just didn't happen. And so he lost. I promise you, there's a point last February where he's like, if I get them two dudes back, we're rocking and rolling again. And he just didn't get either one of them back.
Well, and that's every coach we know that stinks now this year.
They all have a story.
Right? It's all like, look, Scott Drew's going to change things up, and Shaka Smart's going to change things up, and Chris Beard's going to change things up. Our old buddy Steve Forbes, I saw he got the, vote of confidence and then lost to Boston College or whatever. But he's going to change things up. Like, they'll keep giving you, as long as they believe in you, they'll give you a chance. Like, all right, I think everybody is understanding that, like, things have changed very radically in the last 3 years as to how you maneuver.
There's no question.
In this
the
world.
College coaches have gone very quickly from I run everything to there's too much to do.
I need help.
I need help. And my fear for Penny in this moment would be he's going to come back next season. Whether he should or not, it's another conversation, but he is. And I get it, and I understand why, and I'm fine with it. He's Penny Hardaway. For anybody who says a different coach would have already been fired, which is something I've said. I mean, that's right. You're right. But he's not a different coach. He's Penny Hardaway. And so this is where we're at. My fear is that...
I don't know. Forbes is keeping his job. Well, I look at that and I go, you know what?
But the reason
aren't as apt to just blow people out anymore.
The reason Forbes is keeping his job and the reason... At least part of the reason Penny's going to keep his job is like these buyouts are big.
Yeah.
Even Penny's is like more than $5 million.
Right.
You think Memphis wants to alienate Penny Hardaway and give him $6 million? Right. Hey, here's $6 million. Now you'll hate us for the rest of your life. I mean, that's what, if you fire him today or at the end of the season, that's what you get.
But also he was 29-6 and a 5 seed.
So this is where I'm at. He's going to get next year, and I'm completely fine with it. In fact, I think it's the right thing to do. I actually think it's the right thing to do. I'm less sure it's going to work the way we want it to, but I think it's the right thing to do.
Here's the other thing.
I'm worried about. I hope he doesn't, because we've seen Penny before, in the past, hire people around him that are just yes
I
man.
think they know you can't let him do that.
Yeah, so just go get somebody that'll actually do it and not just say yes to everything Penny wants.
I think if this hire goes the way it should go, the Memphis general manager will probably be somebody that Penny Hardaway's never even spent real time
somebody
with.
outside the bubble. Because
sometimes the bubble needs to be. One of the mistakes
one of the
mistakes he's made over there is he has surrounded himself with people he's comfortable with, and it has not been for the betterment of the program. And I say that respectfully.
Not all the time.
I'll bet you $1 billion. So there's two things. Number one, it'll be a player getter. Number two, it'll be somebody that reached out to them. That's what'll happen.
But here's my fear.
Because people are reaching out and they're going, hey, man, you need a GM, right? Like, that's what all these guys, and you've got to find a hustler in this day and age. One of the things I was told, I wanted to throw this to you. Somebody expressed to me, and this isn't just in regards to Memphis, this is in regards to college basketball, that these coaches have to get on the same page. Because what's happening now is everybody's lying. So a guy's saying... the agents are then calling and they're saying, hey, Murray State will give us $400,000.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
That is exactly what's happening.
And nobody knows what the real number is, right? And so a guy's saying, and so then they're saying, hey, and you've got all kinds of people that are driving up the price. And so they keep on saying, and because the coaches aren't on the same page, it's not like, if you're Penny, you're calling Florida and being like, hey, did you really offer this guy $1 million? Right? You know what I'm saying? And
it's even more complicated than this.
Because in the NBA, you know what's on the up and up, right? Ty Jerome's agent knows what he can get from Memphis and what he can get from these other places.
The Clippers notwithstanding, they might do some, they might work around some stuff. But by and large, you're exactly right. Everybody knows how much money you got to spend.
In everything else.
It's even more complex than what you're stating, because here's what's happening. The agent's on the phone with the coach at Florida, and the coach at Florida is like, yeah, we can probably get you a one-year deal at $1.1 million. And he's like, I got the number one point guard in the transfer portal. I got another school's already offered 2.5. And it's like, which school? I can't tell you, but you.
And they're not going to be able to communicate.
And here's what they say. They go, but okay, hold on. How, 2.5 of revenue share? How are they paying that? No, it's going to be 2.5 in some rev share, but some NIL. Well, that NIL is not allowed anymore. Well, they're going to do it, but they're not allowed to do it. But they're going to. Are you willing to do it? I don't think we can do that anymore. I don't think we can get it through. But somebody is out there saying, I'm going to push it through. We will cheat to get this done if we have to. So that's what coaches are up against now. Not only are the agents, like you don't know what numbers are real and what aren't, it's that you don't even know, you're not all playing by the same rules. Some coaches are telling prospects, now, hey, the rules have changed. And those big NIL deals your former AAU teammate got last year, you can't get those anymore. That's what some coaches are saying because the rules changed July 1st. And you know what other coaches are saying? Don't worry about that.
Well, you also need a better infiltration of the real NBA agents into this,
right?
Oh,
it's like, amateur hour.
Because the real NBA agents, what they're doing, because I even talked to somebody about a week ago, and they were telling me, I was like, how does that work, whatever? And they're like, look, what you do is you get your hooks in them in terms of you make the relationship early, but really what these agents are doing, it's not as much like that money, like the rev shoe money. It's like, we're going to get you the Panini deal for trading card. Right. We're going to get you these trading card deals. We're going to get you these whatever. And that's all on the up and up, right? Like, I'm going to get you a trading card deal. I'm going to get you a merch deal. I'm going to get you this kind of stuff. And then you assume that this player is going to stay with you once they...
But it's all
it's the NIL lawyer.
But then you get into predatory lending stuff, too.
I know.
I mean, it's like... You get your claws into a 17-year-old ranked 42nd in his class of 2026, and it really is this simple. I mean, it's probably a 17-year-old who comes from, maybe not the best background. Yep. Hey, if I get you an iPhone and $2,000 cash, will you sign this paperwork that says if you ever make it to the NBA, the first 3 years of your contract, I get 30%?
Sure, I will, Kendrick Perkins.
Yes, I was like, didn't he do that?
Yeah. That's exactly
and
what
it's
he
just
because when you're 17 years old, you're like, I need this $2,000 now.
Yes.
No, it's like a bail bond.
I mean, it's
iPhone now.
It's like if you ever remember, like USC cheated like crazy to get O.J. Mayo.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Everybody knew that. O.J. Mayo is the most famous high school player in the country. Like as the story went, Tim Floyd's like, and I get a phone call in my office, and somebody's like, would you like to maybe recruit O.J. Mayo? And he's like, oh shucks, sure. All right.
Have you ever thought about kidding this kid? He's in West Virginia.
He's in West Virginia. He's the number one player in the country.
To play for a school that has no history.
To play for a school. Okay. So Tim Floyd's like, I guess I was just. So if you go back and actually read the NCAA report, do you know what they did to get him? It was like a flat screen TV, and like
sometimes that's all you need.
It's like $1,000 cash to this AAU coach. Right. It was nothing, but that's the point.
Well, that's what they found.
Right, but like relatively speaking, it doesn't take a lot of money to impress a kid. Yeah, you can give them what impressed you when you were 17. You don't even blink at today.
Nah.
Hey, Vernon, I need you to do this. What are you going to give me for it? I'll give you this TV. I'll just get my own TV.
I'm on TV.
Yeah.
Like, we'll give you this babby and some money.
So that's what's happening around here too. It's like, hey, let me represent you. I can get you some real money, but I'm going to need 40% of it. Well, I've been making nothing. You can get me 60% of $500,000? Deal. You're getting ripped off. But that is happening every day. And so to circle back to the whole Memphis hiring a general manager, here's my concern is that it's February 27th. Mm-hmm. You know what general managers are doing right now? Working.
Together next year's roster.
Yes, it's already happening. Because this is why you can't be the head coach doing this job now. Penny Hardaway has a game to coach, just like every other coach in the country. They're prepping for that. They're focused on that. They got practice today. At Duke today, at Michigan today, you know what's going on? The agent, the general manager is on the phone with Yaxel Lindenborg's agent or whatever. Mm-hmm. And he's like, hey, so we're happy here, right? Everything's good. Of course you're going to get more money next year. Let's go ahead and hash that out. Then the conversation turns to, hey, don't you also, general manager's talking to the agent, don't you also have the little guard down at Campbell who's averaging 22 points per game? Is he ready to get out of there? All right, let's talk about that for a second. Yep. These conversations are happening right now. Agent hangs up the phone, calls his dude at Campbell. Hey, man, so I was just on the phone with the general manager at Michigan. This all happening right now. Right. And if you don't have those conversations, then you ready for this? Whoever it is on this campus at Memphis that you want to keep, they have an agent who is talking to other people right now.
Right.
And if you don't have somebody working for you right now, you're behind a little bit. So can Penny Hardaway get a general manager and reestablish the Memphis basketball program? Yes. but he needs that.
It's a necessary step.
Yeah.
But he needed it done yesterday.
Look, hey, GP,
I wonder
you got to
if
crawl before you can walk, GP.
I agree. Like we're at. I talk to my
We'll
kids.
take what we can get.
I talk
This
to my
point.
kids about this all the time, and like, hey, we're here. This is where we're at now. All right, we just got to do. I wish this. I'd like to not be here, but this is where we're at now. So how do we get this science grade up? All right.
Yep.
And so Memphis basketball should never be where it is right now. It should never be without a general manager on February 27, 2026. So let's try to get one by tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or ASAP, because you need one. And Penny's whole career hinges on that right now.
I got to ask you about a player because we have spent and I heard you guys talking about this morning, like at what point in the draft would you not be excited? And I think that evolves, right? Like we know that evolves as the season goes on. We could end up being way excited about somebody that goes crazy in the tournament and
I think if you're in the top 7, you're pretty excited.
I think so too. But
with it.
I'm going to throw a name at you that yesterday I was told that Mike Miller actually has the kid. And I was like, oh, really? And the reason I bring this up is because Miller is as good at evaluating talent as anybody I've ever known in basketball.
Shout out
right?
Nikolai Jokic.
He's got that story, which is a great story.
He's the one that told me. And he also had Paolo.
Right.
And he had Paolo early.
In fairness, that one wasn't hard to see.
He told me about DeBanson when he was 14.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like, I'm telling you, the next one.
Right.
He was like, and he doesn't have DeBanson.
Right.
Right. Dude, he has a guy this year, and they told me when I was talking to people, they were like, dude, he might go like super high in this draft, and nobody's talking about him. And I was like, who?
You been trying to guess?
Yep.
Test Ritter.
No.
No, okay.
Jaden Quaintance.
Oh, yeah. Kentucky. Freak.
No, he hasn't played.
He played a little.
So I go back and start watching. Bro,
like freak.
he's 16 in the McDonald's All-American game.
Elbow on the square.
16 years old.
Yeah.
He tore his ACL
at Arizona
State. Played like 2 games this year,
Yes.
and they shut him down.
Yes.
And so he's just getting ready for the NBA draft. And he's like 6'10",
Oh, yeah.
and he looks mean as hell. I'm like, he really is kind of off the radar because everybody's talking about Wagler or whatever.
Yeah.
And I go watch it, and I saw him on, like, he's in mocks, like maybe between, I don't know, 12 and 20, somewhere like in there, like that.
Yeah.
And when I pulled up,
We're gonna have that Orlando or Phoenix pick. That's that range.
I sent the video to them,
The
and I'm
highlights
like,
are outrageous.
yo.
So here's the story. He's young for his class. He went to Arizona State. That's an NIL deal. It was like I think it was like a documentary company was going to do something on Arizona State, so they were like, get him there. And like anyway, he tore his ACL last year. I was on the sideline for an Arizona State Texas Tech game in Lubbock. He didn't even make the trip to Lubbock for the game. He wasn't even there. He was already hurt. But just talking to the people at Arizona State, I was like, can you get him back? And they were like, probably not. But they were like pulling out their phones, like the SID. He was like, just look at this. It was just like, this is a picture we have. And it was just in the game, and it was just one of those that looked fake. It's just him jumping to block a shot, but his arm is above the backboard type of thing, like way up here.
Yes.
It was just like, you're not supposed to be able to cover all that space. So he runs and jumps. I mean, it's like
it's incredible.
Top nothing.
Look at this dude.
Yeah. The way he runs and jumps is just outrageous. All right.
And he's big as hell, and he looks mean, and he's got cool hair. And I'm like, yo, I didn't even thought about this guy because he's just off the radar because he's not playing.
So then he transfers to Kentucky, millions of dollars. They give him an NIL, and they know he's not going to be healthy enough to play at the beginning of the season. They've just been rehabbing. Mm-hmm. Coincidentally, I was at the CBS Sports Classic in Atlanta back in December, just before Christmas, I guess, and that was his game.
The St. John's?
Yes. Yes.
The St. John's game.
Yes.
I watched it back last night, and I'm like, bro, he is dominating.
He came in and immediately changed the game.
Immediately. It looked like Mitchell Robinson.
He came in and immediately changed the game.
Blocked who's the prospect at St. John's?
Zuby Ejiofor. He made Zuby look small.
Tiny.
He made Zuby. That was the main thing when you look down on the court. He checked in. I was like, oh shit.
It was like Mitchell Robinson.
That's like the Big East Player of the Year, and he looks small. He looks like he doesn't need to be on the court with this guy. So, and then it was interesting. I'd never seen a press conference like this. Kentucky wins. He comes into the press conference and he brings the training staff in with him. They all had shirts on that said like "Let's work" or whatever. It was like they had shirts made for his rehab. And Jaden Quaintance got in front of the microphone and he said, before we talk about the game, I just want to take a minute to thank these people They have been with me every day.
What the heck?
It was like, oh, wow, he's checking these boxes too. And then you start talking to people at Kentucky about him. Like I got into randomly a conversation with Mitch Barnhart, the athletic director there. And I was like, it was before the game. I was like, so we think Quentin's playing? He's like, I think so, but like, we'll see. And I was like, how's it? He's like, the best. Like it sucks that he's not been healthy enough to play.
Right.
But the best young man you've ever met.
Well, they also can't mess with it. From what I gather, they can't mess with it because it like swelled up, and it was like he's coming back from an ACL. Do not risk this.
And that's why they're just like, all right.
And Kentucky's not any good.
Right. And so what's interesting is the only reason he's still in school is because he was too young to enter the draft after last year. Wow. He's the rare person who was not old enough to enter the draft after his freshman year of high school. I think it was like by a matter of days, maybe.
Yeah.
But he was not eligible for the draft.
He's
last
only
year.
18 now.
Yes, he's still very young, and so.
But he looks like he's 35.
Oh, he looked like he can jail. He got like 4 kids.
The raw stuff is there. Like the way he runs and jumps, it doesn't look normal even for elite athlete basketball player. He's different. And then by all accounts, he's a sweetheart of a young person. Just
when
like
he was
the
top
best.
10 in that great class.
Yes. Yes.
Like at 16.
He is.
At 16,
I'm glad
he's a McDonald's All-American who was. And so, anyway, it's the first time I ever even thought about the kid's name because somebody. Miller ain't got goofies. I can't remember who else it was. It was like, I think he's got him, Philon.
LeBaron Philon.
Yeah.
That's first round pick.
Great kid.
Philon can hoop.
Oh, Jefferson at Iowa State.
Seems great.
Yeah, no. He knows talent, bro. He's got good players.
Yeah.
You
Like
know
Joshua Jefferson is like, people listening right now probably never even heard that name. He's going to be a first-team All-American.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's got good players. He's very intentional about – he got great players to come to Memphis, too.
Yeah.
Right, when he was on Penny's staff. Like, he knows talent. But I never even thought about
I'm glad you brought up Quaintance because he is absolutely a guy who somebody's going to draft him. The fan base of that franchise ain't going to know much about him. And then you're going to go to YouTube and be like, oh, hold up. What did we just get?
He's going to go to Summer League and start tearing the rim down.
Well, also, he's kind of in that weird spot in the draft.
Right.
Yeah.
Where it's like, and I'm just telling you, they think that like after he gets done with the pre-draft workouts, whatever, he's going to be in that mix of all these guys we're talking about all the time. And then when I pulled up his YouTube, I'm like, yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. That's the thing.
Because he's 6'10 and a half.
Every once in a while, you'll watch a basketball player on a basketball court with other great basketball players, and it's like, I'm not saying he's better than everybody. I'm just saying he is noticeably different than everybody else on this court. There's something different about Wemby, obviously. You see that.
Because he's also a big that plays big.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So many of these 6'10 guys are trying to cross you over.
But it's like broad shoulders. He's big
like
through
Duran.
here.
It's like a Duran.
Yeah, he's big through here.
And he played with force, too.
Yeah.
He played with force. Like, I'm watching some of his highlights. The dude plays with force, bro. It's like I'm ripping the rim down.
16 in the McDonald's game is crazy. You want to talk about somebody that matured fast.
Oh.
16?
Yeah, but that was the other thing. Like, Arizona State employees just had a picture in their phone that they just pull out every once in a while to be like, you won't believe this? That's a real picture. That's really where his hand was. And these are people who watch basketball every day, and they're like, whoa, that's crazy. Yeah, he's different.
And he just kind of fell off the radar because of the ACL. They said he would have been a top 5 pick if he wouldn't have torn his ACL.
I think
that's what they thought.
Yeah. Yeah, he was.
But if that's true, last year's draft is freakish now. You look back. I mean, I was watching the Hornets game last night. Conkanipple has already broken the rookie three-point record.
He's played 59 games.
Did you see that coming?
No, not to this degree.
Did anybody?
No. If anybody saw it coming, he'd have been picked second.
He is awesome.
God, he's awesome.
Yeah. No, like,
he already broke there's 30 games left. He broke friggin' Keegan Murray's rookie record.
John Shire got to get him one soon because
God.
if he doesn't get one soon,
it's going to be the Cal thing.
It's going to be.
How do you get all these awesome players and not win?
It's going to be. How did you have Cooper Flag and Conkanipple and not win a national championship?
And the big dude from the Suns.
That was an
big dude from the Suns too.
They were an inbound away. They were an inbound.
He had Malawak too. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Who doesn't even play for Phoenix?
No.
Oh, and all these guys who were on Duke now, like Isaiah Evans.
Yeah, it was still there.
Yeah, they were all that team.
Cam Boozer.
And you can go to KenPom right now.
You ever think if that team
Florida
had
won the
said,
national championship? You know who finished number 1 at KenPom last year? Duke.
Oh wow.
Duke finished.
Well, that Houston thing was crazy. I almost think that they would. I mean, they literally threw up all over themselves.
Oh man. I went back and watched it after it was over.
They threw up all over themselves. They had it. I think they would have won the national title.
It's wild because On Saturday night, Duke is in control, cruising. Yes. They're going to win this game. And then it's just like, over. They lost. What? Then Houston goes, that's who beat it. Houston goes to the title game and does the same thing.
Yep.
They're up in control. It's like, oh, wow. The best defensive team in the country, coached by Kelvin Sampson, is up double digits with less than 10 to play. This is over. And then it's just.
It is crazy.
And, like, I've talked to Kelvin.
Those teams were so damn good, though.
Oh.
They were all so good. That Final Four
was great.
It was 4-1 seeds.
Loaded.
It was lit.
4-1 seeds.
Do you think that'll be commonplace, or we're in a way that we did not used to get ones and twos littering the Final Four, that's going to become commonplace now because there is a separation?
I don't know if it's going to be all ones and twos, but it's the days of the
8.
The days of the St. Peter's making runs and stuff like that.
No more Sister Jeans.
GP? I think that's.
Where do
over.
you rank the top teams this year versus the top teams last year? Like is Arizona? Do you think Arizona is as good this year as that Florida team was last year?
And in fairness, it would have to be a unique one like the St. Louis or something that's loaded with a bunch of vets who's like, you know what I'm saying, like an oddball.
The problem with those types of teams now, like Steph Curry goes to Davidson and they go to the Elite Eight.
Mm-hmm.
That story never happens today because you know what happens to Steph Curry?
He goes to Carolina or Duke.
He goes to Davidson for a year because nobody wanted him.
Yeah.
He scores 20 a game, and then he goes to North Carolina or Duke.
Yeah.
That is exactly how that story goes.
Sounds about right.
He's never at Davidson for the Elite Eight run, and that's what's happening in college basketball. Now, you cannot keep a good player at a low major or a mid major.
Can you explain to me why Miami of Ohio is fraudulent, GP?
I mean, define. I mean, I know what
a fraudulent undefeated team.
Don't. Wally Zerbiak's going to find this.
Because they are about to be an undefeated team, GP, and I have a feeling. I'm going to ask you this question. If they lose in the conference tournament, is there a chance that Miami of Ohio can be 28-1 and miss the NCAA
There is
tournament?
a chance, and you would have data to support it. I don't think the committee would do it. A one-loss team has never been left out of the NCAA tournament, regardless of conference affiliation. It's never happened. I think if they take a loss in the regular season and then lose in the conference tournament.
It's over with.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think they can lose.
That's crazy.
Not one loss.
No, 2. It would be 2.
Oh, 2.
It'd be 2.
Take
So
one in the regular season and then one in the
conference
conference tournament. So you're on Selection Sunday. You need an at-large. You're a 2-loss Miami,
You
Ohio.
cannot leave a 2-loss team
You're
But
sweating.
they don't have any quad 1 or 2.
Yeah, they
wins,
just.
bro.
Here's the truth. It's an awesome story that's gotten a lot of attention. If you put them in the SEC, they'd finish,
12th,
next to last, something like that. That's the truth. But you just appreciate it for what it is. They've won every game, and I know that they're supposed to win just about every game they play because of the schedule. But they have won 4 times as an underdog, and every time as a favorite. And if you think it's so easy to win every game you're supposed to win, then I need you to tell me why nobody else does it.
Hey,
nobody else is doing it.
I want to mention this. Circle back to the Curry thing that you mentioned about Curry and like he would be a Davidson, whatever. I don't know. Did you ever watch the DeChambeau break 50 with Curry? It's amazing.
I didn't watch that one. I've seen some of these.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Like number one, he's amazing at golf.
He's the
dude.
He can
but
do
he
anything.
also tells stories the whole time.
Right.
I'm not so sure. He might have been the rare person that might have stuck with it because he starts talking about Bob McKillop and how much he meant to him.
Right.
And he said, he's telling Bryson DeChambeau, and I'm paraphrasing, he goes, you don't understand. My first college game, I went out. I had 13 turnovers. I had 9 turnovers in the first half. And this dude stuck with me.
I don't remember
He
that
had
at all.
like 32 in his second game in college. But his first college game, he said, I went out and I was so overwhelmed. He had 9 turnovers in the first half. Coach stuck with him, had 13 turnovers in the game. You can go look it up. 13 turnovers. One player in his first collegiate game. And he looks like a kid.
Oh, he looks like a child, bro.
Yes, 13 turnovers, and he's like, this guy's stuck. He's like, and it was like one of those moments where he's talking about the coach, like any other coach in the world would have just said, to hell with this.
He did have against
hell with
Eastern
this kid.
Michigan, bro.
Huh?
Yeah, Eastern Michigan. He had 15 points, 13 turnovers, 5 of 12 from the field. Yeah, 13 turnovers is crazy.
One player! Can you imagine?
And they won.
And
they
his
won.
fifth game
I'm
was
looking this up
Missouri,
right
he had
now
10.
because this reminds me. Try to find Penny Hardaway's turnovers in his first game at Memphis State.
Oh, really?
Against DePaul. I think it's a crazy number like that.
Versus DePaul. Let's see.
Penny Hardaway's first college game?
I think it's a crazy number.
1991, is that the game?
Yeah, okay, I just found a story. Let's see if I can find
He
it.
played 50 minutes, 15 rebounds, 6 assists, blocked 2 shots, had 1 steal. I'm sorry, 5 turnovers.
His first college basketball, 92-89 loss to DePaul in 1991.
See if you can find the turnover.
Let me see if I can find.
That was it. So you just
Okay, I've got it from the Chicago Tribune now.
You got to find a box score.
Oh, man, they just locked me out because I'm not a subscriber.
Boo!
I'm going to give them an email address.
Let's see. Hold on a second. Find it.
I just gave him my email address. That's probably going to be the death of me.
Oh, no. That is the worst.
Box score.
Why,
Okay, I got it here.
Can we get these papers away from this?
Here's what it says in the
Let me read
Chicago
your article.
January 10th, 1993 is when this was published. I don't know.
No, because the game was 91, it says.
Okay, well, I don't know.
Whatever.
Maybe they whatever. Okay, here's what it says. Oh, Christ, I had it. Where'd it go?
Oh, no.
As the first overtime expired, Memphis State's brilliant 6'7" sophomore superstar Anthony Penny Hardaway, fiercely guarded by Curtis Price, fired an air ball. He hit me on the wrist, said Hardaway. I got a piece of the ball. Anyway, here's what Hardaway scored 13 of his 35 points.
Oh my God.
In the overtimes, 7 in the final 61 seconds of the game to carry the Tigers. Where is the turnovers? Then it goes on to...
No, it doesn't say.
It's not in here.
Bro, did they not have box scores in 1991, bro?
Well, I'll tell you this. You're not going to be able... there's no chance that you're going to be able to beat 13.
Yeah.
I do think it was double digits.
Really?
Roser, get over there and get some work done in your Google.
That's what I'm trying to do.
You can't find it.
I do have this roster.
Hey, Roser, find a box score from 1991.
Right.
Memphis versus DePaul.
If it's an NBA or
What
an
the
NFL
hell?
box score, like you could find that. But college, I do have the Memphis roster here. There is only one player that was on that roster that is not from the state of Tennessee.
Wow.
That's the way it should be.
Russell Young was from LaGrange, Arkansas. Everybody else is from Memphis.
I forgot Joey Meyer. That's who the coach was at DePaul.
Even the freaking
Joey Meyer.
Even on Basketball Reference, bro, there's not a box score.
No, there
Yeah,
isn't.
Basketball
I
Reference,
tried it.
Did they just like scrap it from the books, bro?
They had Memphis.
This is like 20 years before the internet.
Memphis had 10 players from Memphis on that team.
I can remember that time. Like, I was a high school student, and I would drive my Suzuki Samurai. There was like an actual like place in a shopping center, and it was like a ticket broker. And you would drive there, and they would have Memphis State student guest tickets for sale. You could buy them. And I would like cut yards and make $20 and drive to this place and buy a Memphis guest student ticket to go sit in the student section at the Tomb of Doom.
Oh, you was
Bro,
grounded.
the game's on YouTube.
But bro, we ain't finna watch that full game to find out the turnover.
I'm serious. No, but I'm just saying it is.
How grainy is it?
DePaul at Memphis State in the Tomb of Doom, 1991. It's unbelievable how you can find anything nowadays.
Except the box score from the
crazy.
game.
Wait, no, the full game with the ESPN broadcast. I just pulled it up.
Yeah, it is. It's over 2 hours. Apparently, I've watched halfway through
The
this game.
Great Midwest Conference.
Great Midwest. I've got a cup at home that says Great Midwest Tournament.
Yo, look at this.
That's awesome.
I was talking.
Look how crazy that looks. It's a friggin' Tomb of Doom. I'm going to watch this game tonight. I'm going to watch this.
You're not going to watch Grizzlies versus Mavs. You're
It's
going to watch
a thriller. Oh, I forgot the Grizzlies are on.
Taj Gibson debut, maybe.
It says Penny Hardaway's first.
Everything's on
collegiate
YouTube. I was
game.
talking to
Damn
somebody
it.
about somehow Pearl Jam came up, and I was like, I saw Pearl Jam like in '95 down at Tulane's football stadium in New Orleans. And I was like, and you know what's wild? I was like, guess who opened? They were like, who? I said, Joey Ramone. I was like, Joey Ramone from the Ramones. And then I went to YouTube, and the whole concert's there.
Hey,
the whole
that's
thing.
awesome.
Listen to
That's
this.
awesome.
Listen to this.
You got me scrubbing through this, bro, trying to find this.
Right now, I get to go to practice, and I've seen Memphis.
That's Jim Valvano talking. But this is the beginning of the broadcast. Listen to this. Listen to the music.
Let's go. Don't get us copyright flag now.
Basketball is brought to you by GE Spacemaker Entertainment Products. A higher level of entertainment for your kitchen. And by Hammer and his new Capitol Records album,
Hammer?
Too Legit to Quit.
Oh my God, it was brought to you by Hammer and his new record.
MC Hammer, Too Legit to Quit.
MC Hammer?
Listen.
But I know where he is now. He is truly in his element. Let's go see what Jimmy has to say about this particular ball game tonight. Give you an idea of what you need to look for these great players take the court.
Oh, I'm watching this tonight. Freaking Jim Valvano. Jim Valvano on the call. This is so great.
I'm just reading the Chicago Tribune. Here's what it says.
So good.
At that point, 22,142 first-nighters in Memphis State's new $62 million pyramid.
Oh, it was the first night of the pyramid, too?
I think that's right.
That's kind of tough.
Wait, Penny
bro.
Hardaway's first game was the first game in the pyramid?
That's what this says.
Okay.
I think I remember that.
Our research department down in GCM has found it.
Okay.
He had 18 points, 15 rebounds, 6 assists, and 10 turnovers.
10 turnovers.
Damn, GP. I thought he was going to be like
Look,
17.
hey, listen to this. This is start.
And you know why you should be fair? If you watch that game, you know what you will see? The 10 turnovers, you know what they are? Nobody knows where these passes are coming from.
Oh, because he's like,
Because he's amazing.
He sees it and they don't see it.
He sees it, they don't see it.
The starting lineup is Tony Madlock.
Shout out Tony Madlock.
Penny Hardaway. Todd Munt. E. Smith. Who is E. Smith?
Ernest Smith.
Ernest Smith.
Yeah.
And David Vaughn.
And David Vaughn.
Yes, that was the starting lineup.
And here's what's sad.
for
It is
Memphis.
easier to name that starting lineup than it is last night's starting lineup.
Bro, that guy that they were jumping over to get all the rebounds last night, I swear to God, I went, who the hell is that?
Come on, you talking about William Wharton, the congressman?
No.
Oh,
Who's
you
the
talking
other
about
one?
Samaya Majak?
No, I know
talking
him.
about Zach Davis?
No.
A-Rob.
No.
A-Rob?
No, you're not even naming the guy. That's how bad it was. You really don't know.
I'm trying to name everybody that
He
plays.
looks like a regular person.
Quantum Berry?
Tariq Ingram.
Yes.
Yeah, he sucks. He played at Ryder last year.
Hold on. Don't slander him like that. He's
Yeah,
trying hard.
right. He's trying.
Bro, he look like he changed your carburetor, bro.
He does look like a
plays,
regular person.
He plays for the Tigers, bro.
He looks like a regular person. I will give you that. But yeah, I'm watching 91 Memphis DePaul.
But like
that
this-
is so good.
And when,
We had 10 players from Memphis on that
and here's
team.
the thing, you watch
10.
that.
That's the way it should be,
And then I
Yeah.
want you
10
to
of 'em.
Google Memphis, Wichita State from last night and just look at what's happened.
Oh, shut up.
Like 22,000 people.
It's the great Midwest Conference. We also didn't have the Grizzlies. Come on.
Actress Sybil Shepherd, a Memphis native, threw out the first ball.
Is she still around here?
What do you mean throughout the first, like she did a celebrity jump tip or something?
she did a
Oh, we need to bring back celebrity tip
Do you know
jokes.
what's crazy?
We really do.
There were like people from like
Yeah.
when I first moved here, it was like the most famous people from Memphis. Obviously, like excluding like the Elvises of the world, right? But like it was always like Sybil Shepherd was a big one that people talked about. Mrs. Fields was a big one.
cookie lady?
that they talked about. Yes, yes, Mrs. Fields. She was married to a big Tiger booster. And then Tim McCarver, obviously. That one came
Kathy
up a lot.
Bates.
Yeah, Kathy Bates was a big one, whatever. Oh, how about this? One time I rode the Bank of Bartlett's. They used to charter a plane up to when the Tigers would go play in the tournament. And the year we played in Auburn Hills, we got smoked by Michigan State. We beat Dellavedova on a game winner. That was the DJ Stephens year, right? But that was in Auburn Hills. I rode on that plane there, and so we're riding on the plane. They were a big sponsor, and I was riding on the plane up to the NCAA tournament, and this lady is like walking through the aisles, and she was like, "Would you like a cookie? Would you like a cookie? Whatever." So anyway, the lady's like handing out cookies, whatever. So I grabbed she's like, "Would you like another one? Like, you could take two." And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I took two cookies, and I was like, "Wow, what a nice lady." Whatever. She walked off, and the guy next to me, he's like, "That's Mrs. Fields, right?" And I was like, "What?" He's like, "That is Mrs. Fields." And I'm like, "Shut up." He's like, "That is Mrs. Fields, bro.
Debbie
That's
Fields?
Debbie Fields." And I was like, "Really?" And he's like, "Taste it." And I ate it. I was like, "It is a damn good cookie."
She makes a nice cookie.
It was
so you
Mike,
got
it was
Mike
Rose.
Rose.
Mike Rose.
You got a cookie from the Mrs. Fields?
Mike
bro?
Rose. It was one of the biggest Memphis boosters.
That's kind of fire,
right,
bro.
when you were covering that.
Yeah, I was
that
around
was
Mike all
his
the time.
wife, Debbie Fields.
Like Mike
fire.
Rose Soccer Complex is Mike Rose, the Memphis booster who was married to Debbie Fields.
Yes.
And then later
Power
married
couple.
Gail Rose? Is that right?
I think that's right.
Yeah.
I think that's right.
It's like getting a scoop of ice cream from Baskin Robbins.
I know.
Yeah.
Or like the
Mrs. Robbins.
Or
Like
like
the-
the Ben
They
and
said
Jerry's.
that's Mrs. Fields, and I was like, "What are you talking?" They're like, "You know Mrs. Fields in the mall?" And I was like, "Yeah, I know Mrs. Fields." They're like, "That's her."
Oh, that's
I was
that-
like,
she's
"I
like a
really
real
just
legend.
got a cookie given to me by Mrs.
That's
Fields."
kind of fire.
The Mike Rose story I remember that pops into my head. So if you're, like I said earlier, the first 5 years of John Calipari were not good.
Right.
the last 4 were amazing. The first 5 were like, people were saying things like, is this guy really worth $1 million a year? But he was getting contract extensions every year. So as the story was told to me, after another NIT or something disappointing, it's like, well, Cal needs a new contract. And at that time, you always went to Mike. If Cal needs a new contract, meant Mike Rose is going to have to pay for a new contract. Mm-hmm. And the way it was told to me was Mike was fine. Mike was just like, we just went to the NIT. And with DeJuan Wagner, like, what are we doing? Like, why do we got to give this guy more money? And it was like, because South Carolina might want him. It sounds like South Carolina's interested. And Mike was like, no, enough's enough. We're not doing another contract after an NIT. If he wants to go to South Carolina, let him go. He ain't going to South Carolina. And John jumped on the plane, flew him and the whole staff to South Carolina, went to like coffee shop, got photographed, all very intentional. Think about this. You could not imagine hearing about a basketball coach or a football coach in the middle of a season, flying to another school. That's crazy. And touring it, and then flying back and coaching a game this weekend. But that is what John did, and it was because Mike Rose was like, he ain't taking South Carolina, let him go. And John was like,
yes, I will.
But here's the thing. He was never going to take South Carolina.
Right.
He was
life is leverage.
He was going to go, get photographed, let Gary Parrish report that he was at South Carolina.
That's so
and
petty.
then the fans get whipped into we can't lose John Calipari. And then Mike Rose.
He's got the number 1 recruiting class.
And then Mike Rose is like, all right, here's a new check. But like Cal caught him and he blinked.
That's super petty, bro.
Yeah. I was sitting, at the time I was living in Olive Branch. And they always use Wilson Air. That's where the private planes went out of, Wilson Air. And so I had gone to Wilson Air just to like scout it out. This is when I would just like sit around and wait for John Calipari all day long. It was kind of my life. And I went to Wilson Air. Nothing's happening there. And I get a phone call from my buddy, Jason D. Williams, the piano player.
Yeah.
And he says, hey, what are you doing? And I said, nothing. What's going on? He goes, hey, are you looking for Cal? And I said, yeah. He goes, he's right here with me at the Olive Branch Airport. Jason was getting ready to fly out.
He was going out of a different airport?
He was in the Olive Branch Airport, and Jason D happened to be there, and he was like, he's right here.
There's an airport in Olive Branch?
Yes, right off of like Hex Cross.
What?
Really?
What?
Right off of Hex.
Wait, does it fly actual planes out of that?
Like little planes, like private planes.
Oh, okay.
Like you got to have a private plane, and you can fly it out of Olive Branch, or you can fly it out of
what's
Olive Branch.
crazy is when the Airbnb I just stayed at, like when we went to Scottsdale last weekend or whatever, had the Scottsdale airport in it. I swear to God, I have never seen more planes coming and going in my life. Yeah. It's just rich people that come around from all like the West or maybe even the Midwest, and they just fly in, go and play golf and fly back.
Yeah.
And it's like, it was all day, every day. I'm like, where are all these planes coming
I don't know who uses the Olive Branch Airport exactly.
Only him.
To go to Timber Trust. Fly in, get an 18 at Wedgwood, and then get out of there.
It's just drug dealers. And
I don't know. I don't know who's using that airport.
El Chapo,
but Jason D called. He was like, Cal's sitting here. He's getting on a plane, and so I knew I was able to report. Sources told the commercial appeal. Oh, wow. Calipari flew out of...
sources, Jason D. Williams.
Dang.
Who's just a piano player?
Yeah, but like I didn't even remember that. And me and Kelly went to dinner with Jason and his wife about a month ago or so. And he brought that up. He's like, you remember that time?
Is Jason D. Williams still playing music?
Yes, all over.
You guys got to see him one time in your life. He's the guy he's like Jerry Lee Lewis. He does the... You know what I mean?
This photo of him is OD. He's
he is lit.
On the damn He's the best.
He is such a good entertainer, bro.
Here's how we became friends. Here's the honest to God truth how we became friends. I was in college, got broken up with. My high school girlfriend left me.
Dang, GP.
It's fine. She should have.
She should have.
Yeah, she should have. I deserve it.
For sure.
And so she probably stayed longer than she should. And so I was just, now we're out every night. And we were at the casinos one night. And whichever one, and we're playing blackjack, me and a buddy, and there's this guy on stage at a casino playing a piano, and I'm like, what is going on over here? And I was like, let's cash out, let's go watch this. And it was an older crowd. It was like, people like look like us now.
Yes.
It's like all 40-year-olds and 50-year-olds and whatever.
Because he's playing Jerry Lee Lewis.
Yeah, it's like rockabilly music off a piano. It's just, I think it is a discredit to him to just say it's like Jerry Lee Lewis, but that is what it is.
It is. It's like, if people see him, it's immediately what it conjures.
Yes. He even in Great Balls of Fire, the movie, when you see the close-ups of Dennis Quaid's hands, those are not Dennis Quaid's hands. Those are Jason D's hands. He's the one that plays the piano.
Come on. You can't be mad about it.
Yeah, no, he accepts it. Like, a part of his story is like...
When he also had the hair and he would move it like Jerry Lee
Lewis.
Lewis.
Is he the illegitimate child of Jerry Lee Lewis? That's the thing.
No, dead ass, bro. I Googled his name and it said, is he related to Jerry Lee
Yeah,
Lewis?
right.
That's
So
like the
that's
first,
a
Google
thing.
search.
And just for I don't think he is, but that's a thing. He was adopted.
You never know.
He was adopted and grew up in Arkansas. So anyway, me and my buddies I'm like, let's go watch this guy. And we go, and it's just a blast. And so then I'm like, hey, I think I noticed, like, hey, that guy's playing piano down there again. And I was probably just looking for a reason to go to the casinos, but it was like, let's go watch. And so we went, and this time we brought girls with us.
Yeah.
You know? I was like, hey, so then it was like 3 guys, 3 young girls, college girls, and when you are Jason D. Williams and you look out and you see young people at your show and you're not used to seeing young people at your show, he like came over afterwards and he was
Let's
like,
hang out.
Well, it was just like, hey, I saw you guys having a good time and like that's really cool. And so what's your story? And we started talking, and I was like, he was like, man, I'd love to get with you guys sometimes or whatever. And I was like, this is before cell phones. All right. And I said, here's the number at the Daily Helmsman campus newspaper at Memphis. I'm there every day. I was like, yeah, just hit me up sometime.
And he did?
I'm like, the next week, and the phone rings at the sports department of the Daily Helmsman. I'm like, Daily Helmsman. And they're like, it's like, is Gary Parrish? This is the way he'll talk to you. Is this Gary Parrish? And I'm like, yeah, it's Jason D. Williams. I said, what's going on, man? And he was like, hey, I'm playing this other thing in Memphis. Man, if you and your friends would like to come, man, I can get you on the list. And I was like, yeah, I think you met Joey the other night. He's like, yeah, I remember Joey. I was like, yeah, me and Joey will come. He's like, what about them other friends of yours?
GP was bringing emotion out, man.
He's like, I swore. So, and then we just hit it off. And we laugh at the same stuff, and then we would go on trips together. He genuinely makes me laugh.
Is he like playing shows anywhere?
Oh yeah, he plays all over the country. He was like the night we had dinner, he was headed out to LA the next day, something like that.
Where does he play though?
All over the country.
Bro, it says like
is
Orange
it bars?
Blossom
Is it
Opry, the Continental Club.
There can be a lot of it's a lot of corporate stuff.
Okay.
I went with him one time. It was out in Scottsdale, Phoenix. It was a Super Bowl thing. We just I used to do stuff like this all the time. We would just randomly go places with Jay. Like he'd be like
Jason D. Williams.
Yeah, there was one time he was like
he's booked too. Like bro, he's booked and busy.
There was one time I was sort of dating a girl and she was an Ole Miss cheerleader and her roommate was an Ole Miss cheerleader. That's
so you brought her along.
So so we went to a show, me and the cheerleader and her best friend. It was just us 3. And Jason was like, "Well, I like cheerleaders too." Yeah. So he was like, "Hey, what y'all doing for New Year's?" I was like, "I don't know." He's like, "I got to go out to L.A. and play a party. Why don't y'all just go with me?" And he was like, "You'll be my assistant. You're my hair. You're my makeup." And it was like, all right. And so we just took off to L.A. Just took off to L.A. for private.
I'm glad he's still doing good and still playing shows.
You're the friend that brought the motion out.
Yeah. So we did that. So this was a Super Bowl thing. He had a corporate, and this was the whole deal. Fly us down. We're in a 5-star resort. I'm like the assistant, and like 2 other friends went. It was like 4 of us. We fly in, and his entire job is to, the morning after the Super Bowl, there's like some,
brunch.
It's like and he's going to come out and the speaker's going to come out and be like, and we're building towards something great and blah, 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 and the world's going to explode like a great ball of fire. And then the curtains come up and it's like, you shake my nerves and you're right. You just got to play great balls of fire.
That's
like
fire,
in and out,
bro.
2.5 minutes. But we had a whole weekend. So we would do stuff like that all the That's how I ended up in the owner's box with Jerry Jones.
Prime Chris Paul, bro.
Him and Jerry Jones are like, tight.
For real.
But he like does events for him.
He played the Cowboys Super Bowl parties. It's funny, Jason is close friends because of Arkansas. He grew up in Arkansas. Yeah. He is close friends with Jerry Jones and Bill Clinton. So he's got all these
I've been around him before. Like you guys would love it. He's goofy.
Yeah. He's goofy.
He's goofy.
We went to dinner the other night. This is
he's fun to watch though.
We went to dinner and the next day I was talking to Corey Brannon and me and Corey and Jason used to run around all the time. And he was like, so what'd you do? What you been up to? I was like, man, we went to dinner last night with Jason D. And he's like, how's he doing? I was like, you know what? Because I'm not around Jason D as much as I used to. I said, you know what I was reminded of immediately? And he's like, what? I was like, he's hilarious. He just makes me laugh it doesn't matter what we're doing. He's just funny. And so I don't know how we got on this conversation. Oh, yeah. He was at the Olive Branch Airport. Told me
The
Cal.
Olive Branch Airport.
Told me Cal was there. But yeah, he's a blast. He's still doing well. His son now plays piano. They play together.
Oh, wow.
Him and his son play together.
How old is he?
Like college age?
Damn.
Yeah.
He's playing a private event in April in Germantown.
Yeah, there's a lot of private events.
He's got a private event in Knoxville, one in Germantown, and then he's got his.
You guys got to see him sometime. He is so.
He used to
fun
play the
watch.
George Klein Christmas special
Yep.
at Elvis Presley's every year.
Oh, I see. He played here a lot.
He played Lafayette Music Room in November.
I know.
Oh,
and
he did?
Yeah, and I was in New York. It's the night before Thanksgiving. I was in New York. We were going to go to that, but but he would play the Elvis Presley's, the George Klein Christmas celebration every year, and that was how one year. This was the Ole Miss cheerleaders were there.
This man right here, bro.
And,
this man right here, bro.
So we were in a private room. Like the way they're like, here, come up here. This is like the green room.
Yep.
Like where Jason D hangs out. And it was like, this was Elvis's actual pool table. Do you want to play pool on Elvis's actual pool table? And I was like, yeah, we'll do that. And then you look up as you're racking the balls, and there's Priscilla and Lisa Marie.
In the room?
They were just sitting. They just walked in.
That's crazy, bro.
And it's like, hey,
That's awesome.
It's like you're in a small room, and it's
Penny
like
Hardaway in that
it's like you, Jason D, the Ole Miss cheerleaders, Priscilla, and Lisa Marie. That's the whole room.
This old lady who lives next to me says that she's worked at Graceland for like 30 years. She's like super close to Priscilla, and I told her, I said, Miss Aileen, the next time she comes over here, you better walk her over to my house. I gotta meet her.
Yeah.
I gotta meet
I mean,
Priscilla
I shook her
Presley.
hand, you know,
I loved her from The Naked Gun.
It's just weird when you meet people like that.
I know. Yeah.
And they actually like look you in your eyes and they say something like, "Hi, I'm Priscilla," and you're like, "Of course you're Priscilla."
That's what I did with Kelsey Plum when I met her downstairs.
That is not.
That is exactly what I did.
That is not. You said, I have your jersey.
Yeah.
I have your jersey.
I met Kelsey Plum when I told her I had her jersey. She said, "I'm Kelsey," and I said,
He said, I know. I have your jersey.
I have your jersey. Yeah, I had a moment.
It's okay. You can freak out every once in a while.
Right, GP, you got the. I'm finding out you had them joints, bro, back in the day.
Oh,
We're just old now.
We took the Ole Miss cheerleaders to Jerry Jones' owner's box.
Oh, you were flexing.
Devin, we used to be awesome.
We used to be unbelievable.
I'm saying, like,
You should have seen us back in the day.
We used to be awesome.
You don't know what we used to get into. You have no idea.
You got no idea.
Look, this man flying to L.A.
We used to be
owners
awesome.
boxes. GP, you was.
Dude, I walked in with the Ole Miss cheerleaders, and I thought, I don't know what I thought. My image of like, you're going to be in, it was just like this. I think we were at the George Klein Christmas party, and that was going so well. He was like, you want to go to, what are you doing for Christmas? This all happened. George Klein Christmas party, Christmas, Monday Night Football with Jerry Jones, LA party, all happened within like 2 weeks of each other. All of that's, so.
All from going to gamble.
Yeah. So he goes.
That's how he became friends
He
with
looks
the
at
guy.
me and Ole Miss cheerleaders. He goes, "What y'all doing for Christmas?" And I was like, "Probably opening presents with our families." And he's like, "Okay, but after you're done with that," and I was like, "I don't know." He's like, "You want to go to Nashville, watch the Cowboys?" I said, "Are they playing?" He's like, "Yeah, Monday Night Football, Cowboys and the Titans." I said, "He's like, I'll call Jerry and I'll get us on the list." And I said, "Jerry, who?" He's like, "Jerry Jones, that's my friend." And the thing with Jason D, everything he's saying at all times might be true or might not be, and you don't know. Like he will make up a story. He will not tell you the story about when he was playing the party with Bill Clinton, but then make up a whole different story about something else. I read an interview with him one time.
This dude, man.
The interview.
making a whole
It was like a
different life.
Q&A in a magazine, like some national.
He's just lying.
The interview said, it was a Q&A, so you get every question and every answer. And at the end, it was like, and so I read that one of your real inspirations was like, let's just say Woody Guthrie or something like that. And it's like, and I read that one of your real inspirations was Woody Guthrie. What was it like to meet him? And Jason's like, well, I never met Woody Guthrie. And in the interview, it was like, but I read this story where you said, you were in Plano, Texas at a bar, and Woody Guthrie walked in. He was like, oh, yeah, I think I might have made that up. And that's in the story. Him acknowledging that he just made up a whole story. He used to having a problem. These stories keep coming. When I broke that Big Albert Mean story and I started getting death threats, I moved into a secure building, the Gayosa building, because they had security and it was in his name. And he didn't live there.
So that people couldn't find you.
Well, it was just like
you were scared.
What was funny is, Jay, you could Google all this. He got kicked out of the Peabody one night. He was playing the Peabody.
Didn't he pull out his wiener or something?
No.
Oh, he pulled his wiener out?
No, that's not. He had like a monthly residency at the Peabody. And he got a drink at the bar. And I guess the bartender didn't know him. And he just sort of got up and walked away. And they were like, hey, you got to pay for that drink. And he was like, oh, it's fine. It's one drink. And they were like, but sir, you got to pay for it. And he was just like being Jason D. Yeah. And they called the cops and they came and arrested him. It was in the commercial appeal, like for walking out on a bar tab, right? So Jack Bells, who like owned the Peabody and all that, they felt bad because like Jason D's their guy.
Right.
And so my understanding is that they just gave him a place in the Gales somehow. They were as like, hey, sorry about that. Just can we give you a studio apartment? But he lived in Arkansas. He was just here every once in a while. So I moved in. I moved into that apartment, and then he would start hanging out over here all the time. We'd be in the piano bars and whatever we were running around. So all these ridiculous stories. Anyway, this was I going to tell you. So I'm moving into that apartment, and I'm going through like the closets. I'm like, Jason, you got to get some of this stuff out of here. I got to have somewhere to put clothes and stuff. So we're cleaning out closets.
Oh, no.
I found a framed picture. Like, there was a bunch of framed pictures in there. And it'd be like, here's one of Bill Clinton and Jason. And it was like, Jason D., you know I love you to pieces. Thank you so much for coming to the White House. Love, Bill Clinton. And then there's one from George Bush. And then there's one, all these things. And I'm just going through them. And there's a framed picture of Jesus Christ. And it says, Dear Jason D. He had an autographed picture of Jesus Christ.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
I said, what is this?
He built different, bro.
He said, that's an autographed picture of Jesus Christ. And I said, where did you get it? He said, I made it. I thought it would be funny. I hung it on the wall with all the other ones. And I was dying. So we end up. He's like. There's this thing. You never know what's real and what's not.
Legitimately hilarious.
It's hilarious. So you never know what's real and what's not. So he says, you guys want to go to Nashville for the Titans Cowboys? And I was like, yeah, we'll go, sure. And so the girls are like, what is going on? This is crazy. We're with Priscilla Presley,
right?
And now we're going to the Cowboys game. What is happening? I said, and so they like, so we all get in the car. And one of the girls, she's like, all right, listen, what is going on exactly? Are we going to the game? And I said, here's the truth. We are going to Nashville. Jason really does know Jerry Jones. I know that's true. I have no idea if he's actually talked to Jerry Jones, if there's tickets waiting on us, nothing. But we're going to have a good time no matter what.
Just go with it.
We get up there, walk up to Will Call, and it's like, name, ID, Jason D. Williams. Boom, hand him an envelope. I'm like, okay, this is going well. Yeah. 4 passes, owner's box, visitor's owner's box. What was that? And I'm like, okay, it'll be 30 people in there. Whatever. We walk in, bro, it's me, Jason D., the 2 Ole Miss cheerleaders, Jerry Jones, his wife, Stephen Jones, his fiance, and Larry Lacewell. That's the whole box. The whole game, we're just sitting there with Ole Miss cheerleaders and Jerry Jones. I watched Monday Night Football sitting on the front row of the owner's box, Jerry Jones sitting right behind me, looking over my shoulder the whole time. Amazing. There would be a flag thrown, and he'd be like, do you see who that was on? And I'd say, I didn't see it, Mr. Jones.
Low friends in high places, bro.
For real. That's the life. We lived a whole different life, bro.
It was a wild time. We had a good time.
Crazy. All right, let's take a quick break. Enjoy your weekend,
I'm
Gary.
a time.
We'll be back after this. Chris Vernon Show.
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing compares to catching your Grizzlies IRL. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight. Put that jersey collection to use for the next game and get Grizzlies tickets at Ticketmaster. Whether they're here at FedEx Forum or on the road, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. And there's no better brag than saying you saw it live.
The long goodbye begins. A very special evening with Journey. Final Frontier Tour. Journey. Tickets are on sale now at journeymusic.com. Your chance to say goodbye to the songs that changed our lives. Journey. Final Frontier Tour.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis. Own the 2025-26 Grizzlies season with the 10-game Flex Pack, the ultimate way to catch all the action on your terms. Choose your favorite matchups from intense rivalries to weekend thrillers and customize your pack to fit your schedule. With 10 games to pick, you'll never miss the moments that matter most. Visit Grizzlies.com/packs today to build your perfect ticket pack and cheer on the Grizzlies your way. It's your team, your season, and your schedule. So don't miss out.
The Grizzlies are proud to team up with Prime Global Group, a company on a mission to redefine real estate investment. By leveraging deep experience, strategic insight, and robust resources, Prime Global Group is shaping a smarter, socially responsible future. Whether you're an investor or simply curious, now's the time to explore innovative strategies that align with your values. Join the movement and discover how you can be a part of this exciting evolution. Visit primeglobalgroup.net to learn more and connect with the team today. That's primeglobalgroup.net.
Wells, a rhythm three. Yes, sir! That's an exclamation point on this game.
Grizz fans, defend your home court from pests with Terminix. Before cockroaches, spiders, and mice show up, Terminix it with our pest-free 365-plus year-round protection plan. Visit Terminix.com today and enter code SAVE50 at checkout to save $50. Terms apply. Go Grizzlies!
Nate Bargatze.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour.
When you say something dumb one-on-one, it's a lot for that person. I'll say it, then I can just feel that they feel the weight of my life on their shoulders.
Tickets and info at NateBargatze.com. Don't miss the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Nate Bargatze.
Tiger, I guess, probably delivered or created the biggest headline from the weekend by leaving open the possibility that he will play at the Masters.
I don't think it's very likely, but anything with Tiger seemingly throughout his career, even in the late stages coming up injuries, has been possible. I mean, it will take a Herculean effort, I would believe, Gary, for him to be able to make it. But I think, I'll say this, if it is all physically possible, I think he will do it.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Welcome back to the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, back to your host, Chris Vernon.
Outside with the G's and the homies. OG fresh out ducking the police. White t-shirt, locs on, riding dirt. Trick, don't talk to me when I'm counting up money. Yeah, west side, east side, it's active. I just stepped in the party, what's cracking? I just seen the enemies, but they lack. Yeah, we really with the business, they don't want no action. Bounce, rock, slide, throw it in the sky. If you from one side, we call you W's up there. Bounce, rock, slide, throw it in the sky. If you from one side, we call you W's up there. A party ain't a party if the G's ain't there. Gangsta walking, blowing smoke in the air. If the homies take your girlfriend, you better not trip. If you do get a busted lip, all we do every day is get paid. If you disrespectful, run a fade. Yeah, if we catch you at a bounce, it ain't safe. Yeah, little homie, keep the heat in the just way stupid.
All right, we're back. Cat Williams.
Cat Williams.
It's bringing his Golden Age tour to FedEx Forum on Friday, March 6th. Get your tickets to see the legend of comedy take the stage for a night of laughs. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com or the FedEx Forum box office.
I'm in there, but guess what, Vernon?
What?
The same night, bro.
The same night?
Mike Epps gonna be in South Haven.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Why would they double book that? Why would they? We need to be.
That's
able to,
Mike Epps' fault.
Yeah, Mike Epps be better,
Cat's
bro.
playing the 4.
Yeah, Cat's playing the 4. You're right. Mike Epps be better, bro.
Somebody just tagged me on a tweet and it said, pretty sure Chris Vernon will be the starting point guard for tonight's Grizzlies team. I just want to make clear. I'm not going to Dallas. I'm not playing tonight. So if you do have tickets, I just don't want to let anybody down.
Somebody think you're going to be
there? If
there?
you do have tickets, well, they said they showed the injury report, which includes Ty Jerome, John Morant, Zach Edey, Cedric Coward, Brandon Clark, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Kyle Anderson, and Santi Aldama.
One of those guys are not on our team anymore.
Here is the injury report for the Mavericks.
Yeah, Cooper's not playing.
Marvin Bagley, Musa Cisse, Cooper Flagg, Kyrie Irving, Miles Kelly, Derek Lively, Caleb Martin, Ryan Nembhard, Klay Thompson, P.J. Washington.
Who was playing for them?
I don't know. Jaden Hardy?
Yeah.
Is he still there?
Yeah, he's still with team. Oh, our good friend.
This is a battle tonight.
Our good friend, Tyus Jones.
Oh.
Did not know he was a Mav.
Oh, forgot about that.
Max Christie, also a Mav. Chris Middleton, did not know he was a Mav.
And also, I do want to mention another thing that I got on social media. I do want to apologize to the, we gained a lot of Purdue listeners once we got Edie here.
Oh, yeah, they're on you about Matt Painter and GM
I was
stuff.
just saying that in passing.
Bro, they really did come out of nowhere, bro.
No, they're popping up.
But how could I not? I should have just picked a different name.
Yeah.
That wasn't
picked Hubert Davis.
I wasn't
or something.
specifically talking about Matt Painter. I was just throwing a name, because so-and-so has a GM, assuming most teams did. But congratulations to Matt Painter for not having a GM.
Because they are on your neck, bro. They tagged all of us in there.
It's crazy.
I just want to be clear that Matt Painter does not.
Okay, sorry.
Honestly,
I was just
got a big dog.
That was not specific. I was just saying a name.
You got it. You got a big dog.
I was just saying a name of a basketball coach.
Yeah, bro. They don't play, bro.
The point was, Penny Hardaway will. Penny Hardaway will have a GM.
Shut up, Purdue,
next year, from what I gather. All right. The combine yesterday, we do need to mention that we talked about early in the week who all was going to the combine, who were going to be the guys that everybody ended up talking about afterwards. Not a lot of buzz about quarterbacks or skill guys yet, but I don't know about you guys, but I guess my algorithms know I care about the NFL draft. I love drafts.
I've been getting fancy
Oh
stuff.
my God, the Sonny Styles stuff
Yes.
is off the meter.
He built like
Sonny Styles yesterday put on the show of all shows, and he had 6'5", he's the same as Calvin Johnson, 244 pounds, which is 3 pounds lighter than Derrick Henry, a 43.5-inch vert, which is the highest on record for a linebacker, and is the same as Nate Robinson.
Wait, the dunk contest winner?
43.5-inch vertical leap, a 4.46 40, which is the same as Bijan Robinson, and a 135-inch broad jump, which was the same as Julio Jones. Sheesh. They can't even compare him to linebackers. This guy is he's a freak. An Avenger.
Did you see his basketball highlights?
Sonny Styles?
Jalen?
No.
Play the video.
Oh, really? Is he ridiculous?
It is insane, bro.
A 43.5-inch vert? They put his comparison up. I was watching last night on NFL Network.
Mm-hmm.
You know who the comparison next to him was? It was not Fred Warner or name whoever is
Superman.
No. It was DK Metcalf. And I'm like,
look at this, bro.
Oh, my God.
Look at this, bro.
Oh, yeah. He's an athlete.
Look at this, bro. That's a real athlete, bro.
And then did you see the thing? And then the other thing that came out of it. So it was an unbelievable weekend week for the Ohio State kids, because not only do we have the Sonny Styles, who was just off the meter on all these athletic requirements or testings. I saw the clip from Russillo's show where Daniel Jeremiah is saying he talked to 2 different teams, and they said that the best interview they've ever done at the Combine was Caleb Downs.
Oh, safety from Ohio State.
And then he said, in the second guy, he asked him about interviews, and he was like, Caleb Downs. And then he was like, well, who was bad in the interviews? Who was the worst one that you guys had today? And he said, he names this guy, and he goes, but honestly, I don't know if he was that bad or if it was just because he was right after Caleb Downs. Right. Like, that's how. Yeah. So that's one to keep. I mean, he's super high on all these mocks.
He's like top 2, top 3 on.
But evidently, he's going to be the one that they're going to bring in and be like, okay, you cannot pass on him. He is. Yeah. Because, I mean, the athletic testing's off the charts, too. But between him and Sonny Styles, that certainly got a lot of buzz yesterday, the 2 Ohio State guys, which stands to reason. Ohio State's loaded. Sonny Styles we were talking about star names yesterday. It's an amazing name.
Sonny Styles is either going to be an amazing football player or an amazing wrestler one day.
Maybe both.
Yeah, maybe both.
Because he's certainly got the physique. Yeah. Bro, and the athleticism. Yeah. My God, those basketball highlights. But I mean, when they're having to compare you to running backs, wide receivers, and running backs for your athletic testing, they're like, he runs as fast as Bijan Robinson and jumps as high as like what? Yeah, okay, so you are athletically the best compared to everybody, and he said 3 pounds lighter than Derrick Henry. I'm like,
and he moving that
fast? He said he was the same height as Calvin Johnson.
Yeah, he built different.
What?
He built different. Yeah. Made it in the lab, bro.
Tall, huge, fast, jumps crazy high. Oh, yeah, he's awesome at football. Like, okay. So Sonny Styles is the one that certainly. And then the quarterbacks are there. They're getting the buzz today. Pavia is
already
there.
Saying something wild.
He's already saying something wild. He's not toning it down. And then Ty Simpson's out there like, I'm just trying to prove that I'm a franchise guy. You know, like.
Yeah, you got a big dog.
But I'll keep track of it this weekend.
Yeah, the 40s. Sure. I want to see somebody break, because Xavier Worthy has the record, right? 4.2.
Yeah, 4.2? He broke John Ross's.
So
record.
I want to see somebody run the break of time. I want to see some speed, bro. Yep. That's always the best part about it.
Yeah, we do have Grizzlies are playing against the Mavericks tonight. There's also some other pretty good ones, like the Pistons and the Cavs is a good game. But most importantly, if you're looking for something after like Grizzlies and Mavericks are over, the Thunder Nuggets is tonight.
Okay, and SGA comes back.
That's 8:30, yes, and it's on ESPN.
Okay.
So that'll actually be really good. Obviously, then I'll just be watching prospects all weekend.
Oh, it's some amazing games tomorrow.
Oh, no, amazing.
The slate tomorrow
amazing games, and super excited to watch all of these different guys, right? Look, in the absence of getting excited about individual Grizzlies games, I just get excited about the draft.
Yeah.
And honestly, this college basketball season, every time I've watched, I have just like thoroughly enjoyed myself watching these prospects. I'm like, I can't believe how good they are.
Yeah,
there's
a lot of them.
This is not overrated. This is not an overrated draft, bro. No. This thing is loaded.
It just depends on like how good are they. But like we know they're good. Oh, they're good. But it's like,
and I think there's going to be some like monsters.
Do we have a 10-time All-Star in it?
Yes.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah. How many do we have?
I feel like every time we watch these games, we find another prospect to watch.
Is it a 96-03 draft where you've got a Kobe, a Nash, an Iverson, and then you've got also like a Marbury and a Pages Stojakovic in there?
There's going to be some monsters out of this.
We hope so, because I want to show y'all something before we leave. Did you see that Team USA did something disastrously yesterday? They lost to the Dominicans, bro.
Team USA of what?
In basketball. We lost to the Dominicans in basketball.
Who played for us?
David Roddy,
Elfrid Payton, James Wiseman, Brandon Knight, by the way.
Oh, who gives a crap?
Bro, we cannot lose basketball, Roser. That's my point, bro.
Yes, we can.
That's the first time since 1989.
Yes,
1989. That's the first time we lost to the DR.
You can with them.
Yeah, you can lose with them.
You can lose to anybody with that. That's not no.
Brandon Knight's career ended in 2014.
Care when we are being represented by our best.
Yes.
That's when you should
But
care.
they got just random.
Oh,
dudes out
shut up.
there.
You don't even know what happened. Did you care when we lost 3-on-3? No,
This is
because it's
5-on-5.
not.
This is us though.
But it's not our. These are not even. These aren't even. These are like G League players.
Bro, it's just come on, bro. We should just win all the time in basketball. That's my point, bro.
No, that's not going
Should
to
never
happen.
lose, bro.
We have proven a million times over we cannot send our fourth and fifth best. This isn't even.
No,
these guys
Dakota
aren't even-
Mathias was out
They're not
there.
even on the NBA.
I didn't even know James Wiseman could still play. I thought he's like his leg was still torn up.
Achilles.
Yeah, the Achilles
He
thing.
got released by the Pacers.
Yeah.
Playing Team USA basketball. Steven
Speaking
Silas is coaching them.
of being bad, Jalen, I was going to use this at the beginning of the show, but we talked about the hustle. Somebody sent me this, and I didn't fact check it, but like, is that like what?
Wait, is that real?
Bro, Tim Duncan retired a decade ago. He hasn't played in the league in a decade, and he's got more wins than the Wizards.
The Washington Wizards have not won 50
They've never won 50 games.
since Wes Unseld.
Yeah. And he like has a son who's like 50 now.
No, coached the team.
Yeah, he coached the team.
But
years
like,
ago.
he hasn't played in a decade.
It's a
They've been bad
ridiculous
for a long time.
franchise, bro.
Yeah, that is insanely
They
ridiculous.
call that a poverty franchise.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah. All right, let's go do it for today's show. Everybody have a wonderful and safe weekend. Thanks to Devin Walker. Thanks to Gary Parrish. Thanks to John Rosa across the glass. Thanks to Jalen back in the studio. We will be back on Monday. Until then, we gone.